Hello everyone, greetings from IHM Shri Shakti. This is Moiz Khaja Muhammad Moizullah from the Institute of Hotel Management Shri Shakti. I'm the senior faculty from the institute. Okay, today we are going to learn a topic from the fifth semester of the front office management one. I'm going to discuss about the first chapter, that is the planning and evaluation of the front office operations. Okay. Now the first topic is management and its function. So let's first of all try to understand what exactly the management meaning, and we have few definitions of management as well. We are saying that it is the process of working with people and resources to accomplish organizational goals. This is what the meaning of the management. And then we have two definitions of management as well. Management, first definition says management is an art of doing things through people. And even we have a second definition. Second definition says management is an art of extracting work from others or people. So my question is, we are saying if we the meaning of management, the process of working with people and resources to accomplish the organizational goals. If we understand the definition of organization, I'm sure, I think we know the definition of organization. Organization is a set of people working together to achieve the organization, goals. But here, how does it differ from organization management? It says now management is the process. The management is the process of working with people and resources to accomplish the organizational goals. And in the definition, it's a very simple definition. First one is management is an art of doing things through people. And how does it differ from the second definition? Let's try to understand. In the first definition, if you have a responsible people working under you, trustworthy, if you tell a job to them, then without wasting time, and those people working on the guidelines and the deadlines, you give a task to those people, very, very responsible. Those team members and the team will try to accomplish the task in a very timely and in fact, before time, as per the first definition. And unfortunately, in the organization, or maybe say every organization, uh, it may not be possible to have all responsible. We have a few individuals. You know, in fact, in any organization, you see that people coming from different regions, different religions, different cultures, different countries. So the manager's job is to first of all understand what and how individual will be, say you have to understand and basically the psychology of those employees who are working under you. So at times what happens is things will not fall in pace. Whatever the task you do, you know, say 80% of the people does the job on time or before time. But you have some 10, 5, 10, 20% of the staff is a bit, can say bit lethargic in the approach. Now, how to control them? Here, management has got few scientific theories, approaches to shape and mold the human behavior. So, the ones who are a bit lazy, lethargic, you have to make sure that to get the things done, you can able to use a few approaches like carrot and stick theory approach. Basically, whenever a job is been accomplished, then to tap on the back, appreciate them, reward them. That is carrots. And then you have sticks. Maybe if things is not been done on the given time, given deadlines, you can able to use the concept like giving memos, notices, demotion, or maybe at last firing away from the job. So the difference is if you have a good people, set of people in the organization responsible, then yes, the first definition is useful. And if you have a slight, no, bit notorious people, I cannot say notorious, but bit lethargic, then you have to use the second definition. But in fact, what you can do is you can use a combination of both the definitions. So I hope this is clear. Now moving back to the functions of management. Management has got seven functions of management. That is starting with planning. The first function of management is the planning. Second function of management is the organizing. Then third one is staffing. Fourth function is coordinating. Fifth function is leading. Sixth function is controlling. And the seventh function is evaluation. Let's try to understand these functions one by one. The first planning function is, you can say, planning. You know what is planning? Planning is deciding in advance what to do, when to do, and how to do it. And it bridges the gap from where we are and where we want to be. Basically, we can say planning. Planning is a blueprint of the future actions, what we supposed to take. But is it whatever we plan is going to bound to happen? No. Why? Because future, planning is all about future. We haven't seen the future. Uh, Sometimes, majority of the times, whatever we planned, we thought it will happen, and maybe at times, whatever we have planned may not be happen, right? So this is just about planning. Now we need to understand what is the planning which will be done in the hotels with respect to the front office operations. Now planning has got four important functions in the hotels. What are those? Establishing room rates. First planning function is establishing room rates, then forecasting of room availability, then forecasting of room revenue, and the fourth function is budgeting. Now let's try to understand what this establishing of room rates means. See, hotel after formally or say before doing a soft opening, you know after making the rooms in the hotel, generally different types of rooms, right from the standard, the basic category standard room to a highly priced room. You have a hotel generally in the five-star hotel, 4 5-star hotels. You have different categories of rooms. Say minimum 5 to 6 different categories of rooms. Now, if you constructed the different categories of rooms, a big question mark is how much charges, how much prices, we need to charge for each category of room. So, in the first function, establishing of room rates, we will be learning how to price the rooms. Then second function of planning is the forecasting of room availability. Forecasting of room availability means for any future day or any future date, how many rooms are going to be available for sale. So to know that, we have different approaches for forecasting. How do we do that? We have we need to see what is the historical data available in our hand, and the reservations what we have as of now, and there's a formula, there's a small formula. With the help of that, we can able to forecast the how many rooms are going to be available for sale in the any future date or time. Third function is forecasting of room revenue. Forecasting at any given period of time, you can able to forecast the room revenue for a future date, like next week, tomorrow, next month, or any future date. Here, we have to use a small formula. Formula says the formula is number of rooms available into occupancy percentage into ADR or average room rate. With the help of this formula, we can able to forecast. It is not, again I'm saying, it is purely forecasting, because whatever we forecast cannot say it is bound to happen. It may happen or it may not happen. That is forecasting of room revenue. Then fourth function of the management is the budgeting. Budgeting is generally the financial year. When we talk about the financial year will start from the 1st of April till 31st of March. So by February, the hotel, the front office manager, along with the team, they have to make a budget about what is the income to be generated for this 12 months, keeping in mind the last 2-3 years of business, and similarly, what could be the departmental expenses. So major component of the budgeting will be how much you're going to earn and how much you're going to spend. It's all about the budgeting. So this is about the first function of the management, that is planning. And second function of the management is organizing. To organize a business is to provide it with everything useful or its functioning, that is raw materials, tools, capital and personnel, the manpower. Now organizing as a process involves, what does it involve? It involves identification of activities, classification of grouping of activities, assignment of duties, delegation of authority and creation of responsibility, coordinating authority and responsibility relationships. See, basically, if we talk about in simple, organizing is whatever we have forecast. Let's say in the first stage, planning. Planning in one financial year, let's say we have targeted forecast revenue of let's say 100 crores. Now 100 crores have to be earned in this coming 12 months of time. Now what happens in the organizing is you're going to make responsible, the people responsible, who is going to achieve this 100 crores of business. in the front office, when we break down into different subsections, you have reservation, you have reception, you have concierge, the bell desk, business center, and the other areas of where the transactions between the hotel and the guest may happen. So identifying first of all, and then giving them individual targets. Fine. If reception department, you have this much of target for the year. Reservation department, you have a target for this year, and so on. So this is what about organizing, giving responsibility to the team. Now, moving to the third function of management is staffing. Staffing involves manpower planning. Manpower planning is in the hotel example, how much staff is basically required is a big question mark. Let's say, suppose if we have 300 rooms in the hotel. So for 300 rooms, how many staff employees are required? Generally, these days, the hotels maintain a ratio of, 1 is to 1.5 to till 2. That means if we have around 300 rooms, you can go ahead with minimum 450 to let's say 600 employees to service for those 300 rooms. Now, if we talk about in the front office department, how much staff you require? It is, let's say, for every 20 rooms, this may be plus or minus. I'm just giving you an example. Now, for every 20 rooms, 20 or 25 rooms, you will be requiring one front office personnel to serve. So going back to the calculation, suppose if you have 300 rooms, that means I think around 15 is what the employees required to service this 300 rooms. That includes again your reception staff, reservation, the back office, concierge, bell desk, business center, put together, including the buffer. Then you have equipment selection and placement. Make sure, since you're going to invest so much on the employees, your selection have to be correct. Choosing the right people for your organization is very, very essential. And then if you are picking up the students, freshers, then you have to make sure have to be enough training and classroom sessions and the training. The role of the training manager and the HR manager is very, very important here to train the new staff to adapt the culture of the organization or the hotel. Then remuneration is as per the industry standards. You have to make sure that you need to pay a competitive salary so that your staff whom you are taking is need to stay back for a long period of time. Then performance appraisal is basically every 2 months, every 6 months, every 1 year, you have to measure the appraisal, like how might, if I have hired a particular employee or employees, I'm going to monitor them with respect to my expectation, what supposed to be versus how they are performing on a daily basis, whether they are achieving their task before time, on time, or they are taking more time than been expected out of. So similarly, the role of the department supervisor and the front office manager is very important in coordination with the training manager and the HR manager to appraise the the staff of the hotel, and make sure that if you find them, in the appraisal that yes, they have exceeded my expectation, and then suitably they have to be rewarded in the form of promotions, uh, uh, you know, increase in the salary, and then if they ask anyone is looking for transfers from one place to the another, and if depending upon the availability requirement, that all need to be addressed and taken care of. This is all about the staffing. We'll move over to the next function of the management, that is coordinating. Basically, coordinating helps the organization to follow methods to work efficiently for achievement of the organizational purposes. Managers are required to create coordination in the team to get the task completed on the desired time. Coordination has the following elements, that is easy functioning, no conflicts, and team spirit. The coordinating is basically whatever you have set the targets in the planning stage. You have some set objectives defined. Now make sure that those targets, uh, uh, objectives have to be efficiently coordinated, communicated to the entire, the staff working, like in the hierarchy. Hierarchy is if you have taken a call with the front office manager, GM, you have this much to achieve, like 100 crores. Now the same thing have to be communicated that yes, this is what your target is. This is the flow of information from top to bottom. And then you have to make sure that again take review feedback from bottom to upwards, from associate level to supervisors to the managers level, because the associate level supervisors are the actual team who will be directly interacting with the guests and with the facts and figures to find out whatever you have forecasted, projected, is it going to happen or not. If not, then you have to make sure that take uh, uh, revise it as and when required. So communication have to happen from top to bottom, bottom to top, and in the same hierarchy as well, in the same departmental hierarchy. Then moving to the next function of the management, that is leading. Leading is the interpersonal aspect of the management, which deals directly with the influencing, guiding, motivating subordinates for the achievement of the organizational goals. See, in the leading, you have to be a role model, the manager or the leader in the organization. Suppose if you are a front office manager or a deputy front office assistant front office manager. Now the people calling the people reporting to you, the supervisors, executive, and the associates, you have to make sure whatever you do, you are a role model. The team is going to follow. So you have to set those standards very very high. Okay, that is leading, leading from the front, and living examples for the others also in the team. Then moving to the next function of the management is controlling. What is controlling? A process of monitoring performance and taking action to ensure desired results. It sees to it that the right thing happens in the right ways at the right time. So let's talk about in the front office, in the front office operations. How do we form a control in the department, the front office department, to make sure to have a minimum pilferages, wastages, and to achieve the organizational goals, objectives. Generally, what hotels does is they hire a third party to carry out the audit. We call them as like mystery auditors. Now, what those people will does is uh, the general managers or the HR training department will get in touch with the auditors, mystery auditors, and they give the standard operating procedures of each and every department. So, and they'll ask you, the auditor, to make a note, if possible, take pictures, and at last give us the feedback. So, as per uh, the first thing, what is the first thing that happens uh, in between the hotel and the guest? Reservation. So, like example, when a guest have to call up to the hotel. Now, how an operator will receive the call, then how the call is being transferred to the designated area, whatever reception, reservation, and then the organization, the hotel has got a standard operating procedures, SOPs. Then this auditors is going to check each and everything, monitor, record, and then during the stay, housekeeping, performing the job, in the room, the cleaning, the F&B team, the different outlets, the protocols. So each and everything will be recorded, and then a report will be submitted to the management. What the standards have to be and what is actual. That is one way of controlling things in the organization, the hotel. And the second thing is that on a day-to-day basis, in the internal thing is to find out about the business uh, expected, the projected revenue versus the actual revenue. What is the best way to find out and say that all things are in place in my hotel? So generally in the night shift, a night auditor is a person who is going to audit each and every account, the transaction which happens in a day, including the front office and all the point of sale in the hotel, and if any discrepancy, and this person is going to verify and uh, maintain and correct the accounts. This is controlling. Then next, the last function of the management is evaluation. Evaluation is determining the extent to which the planned goals are attained. It also involves reviewing, revising, or helping to revise the front office goals. Now, how do I uh, gauge, how do I check that whatever I planned in the first function? See, in the first function planning, you have set the targets. Now, in the last function of the management, you are going to analyze how much I have achieved. There are various tools actually which will be used in the hotel to evaluate the performance of the department. Like example with the help of the daily operational report, with the help of daily operation report and the occupancy ratios, ARR, REFR, ARG, multiple occupancy, TREFPAR. With the help of these tools, also can able to evaluate the operations, and even with the help of the room revenue analysis. Room revenue analysis is if you are giving any discounts to the guest. If you are giving discounts, then uh, is the first of all the guest is eligible to get discounts. So basically you have to print a variance report. With the help of the variance report, we'll come to know which are those guests, which has not been charged on the rack rate. Then even we have a few more tools like rooms division income statement, rooms division budget report, and the operating ratios. So these are the various tools to evaluate the front office operations. That's it for the today's session. Thanks for listening. Thank you so much.